It's a challenging time. It's a challenging time for shipping, but it's certainly a challenging time for the marine fuel business. We face two significant pressures, I think, right now that are outside normal shipping. One is we've been going through a period of sort of reorganizing of the market. Some people call it disintermediation of the market, where for a period we were dominated by large bunker traders, companies like World Fuels, OW, and Bunker Holdings, and now we're starting to see those companies leave the industry or be reduced in size. We had the bankruptcy of OW, and basically their volumes are changing. So we're seeing a lot more people operating in suppliers going directly to ship owners, changing the way the market operates. So the sort of supply chain is altering. The other biggest pressure, which is bigger than this one, is the new regulations on fuel coming in 2020. And that's hugely significant, because what that does is change what was essentially an industry based upon residual fuel to an industry based upon distillate. And this is not only impacting, of course, bunkering, but it's impacting shipping, it's impacting the refining industry, it's changing what happens from an industry point of view. From a pure supplier's point of view, it's less complex, and it is a decision that has to be made by the ship owners, who have to decide how they're going to deal with compliance post-2020, where they put scrubbers on board their ships, whether they burn a 0.5 sulfur fuel, which is a max that's allowed, or whether they burn a distillate fuel that is also a product they could burn. And all the decisions involved in that, and how they act with regards to new builds, to the retrofits of scrubbers. It's a complex decision making. So from their point of view, it's perhaps more challenging. From our point of view on the supply side, it's challenging because we have to make sure we have the products available and that we have them blended and ready to go at the end of 2019, because all this happens on January 1st of 2020. So it's a big change in the industry. There'll be a lot of winners and losers. Some of the guys that we know from the past who were leaders in our industry will no longer be leaders in the industry. Some will fade away. Some companies will start up and become new companies. We're going to see things like LNG come through as another product as well. So a lot of changes. We're already seeing, I said, this disintermediation of the traditional sort of transaction chain in our business, and now you're going to see this whole physical supply chain being turned on its head by 2020 regulations. So that's a big change. Excellent, good discussion. Most of the issues were covered very well. Enjoyed it enormously. I think it was valuable hopefully it was valuable to the audience. I think they got a snapshot of what's going on, although, in 40 minutes it's hard to give a summary or give a good summary of what is such a monumental change for the industry.